Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. Let's get back on the Arma build. Okay, so the last time we were on this motorcycle, we were actually talking about the Formula 750 Arma, which is the American Historic Racing Motorcycle Association, and putting together something to compete with these guys. Well, we've made it a little bit further along in the process. We got that frame all stripped down, and we went ahead and did some gusseting. We added a little bit of strength in here, also down where our swing arm goes through. And speaking of swing arms, we went ahead and braced that thing up too. Now, there are tons and tons of rules when it comes to doing this type of racing. It's not just like an outlaw race like we do with the Sons of Speed, where it's run what you brung. These motorcycles have to meet certain specifications because of the historic value and the historic references when it comes to racing these motorcycles. So they're trying to keep everything exactly the way it was back in the day. So with that, we had to go in and source out all of the components for the front end. We had to do those braces to spec, and we are using a platform that falls right into the criteria. Now, we talked a little bit last time video. It is the Formula 750 class. Well, Triumph didn't come out with a 750 until 1973. Well, a parallel twin 750 until 1973. They did have the 750 Tridents, but I don't have one of those. So we're building a 650 Bonneville from this 1971 chassis. Now, I do have a 1971 engine that we're going to be plugging into this thing. I have tons of that unit construction stuff kicking around because I've been building so many pre-units. So I said, hey, why not put some of this stuff into action? And I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've done an oil and frame Triumph, so this is going to be fun to do. What that means, oil and frame, is this backbone of the frame actually is the oil tank for the motorcycle. These frames are super, super light. That's why a lot of guys like to use these, but the only class that you can run on oil and frame Triumph is the Formula 750. That's why we're doing it. We got the stuff. Now the whole goal of this video today is to get everything into a mock-up, which means we need to get a front end together. We need to get that swing arm back on here, throw some wheels on there, and we'll show you the cool tank that I got, and we'll go back and reference that fairing that we showed you last time. So without further ado, let's get to work. While we're back here, and before we put on this other shock, I just want to take a quick moment and kind of talk about these shocks. Now, originally on the 71 Triumph frame, you would have had a shock that was 12.4 inches between the two eyes, and these shocks are actually 12.9, so we have an extra half inch of travel. Now, these shocks in particular, these are from a BSA B44 Victor. These are Girling racing shocks. These are the ones you want to run. Originally, they were fine, but we're going to have a little bit more travel in the rear end with these Girling shocks. And with these, they are the same spring load, which is 100 pounds. But it's super cool to have period correct racing shocks on this bike. The rules state that they have to be period correct shocks. They can't have the external oil or air reservoirs on there unless they came factory with it, which this bike didn't. So these are a period upgrade, have a little bit extra travel. Super stoked to have these on there. We did go ahead and replace the bushings in the both ends of them, so we're all good to go. Like we said, this is in mock-up at this point. Nothing has been painted or finished, so once we're all done, we'll disassemble all of these, shocks and repaint everything and make it look nice and neat. But for right now, we want to get this thing into a rolling chassis. So period correct Girling racing shocks, super cool. Let's get this one on. All right, so in 1971, along with the change of the oil in frame setup, Triumph decided to upgrade and go to a new front fork system. Now, this telescopic front fork is internally sprung. You have these long springs that go on the inside, when traditionally before the springs were on the outside of the tube. But what the great thing about this system is they went to an aluminum slider, super lightweight, and also changed the internal dampening system, which was pretty much competitive with a lot of the bikes that were on the market. So we have the original 1971 setup right here. However, these are 1972 lower sliders, and the way to tell the difference between 1971 and 1972 is there would be a cast rib that goes along the length of this tube, very much like that small little portion there at the bottom would go the full length of the tube. That would be 1971. But as long as you have a 71, 72, these are interchangeable completely. They just cleaned it up, made it more nicer looking. So we have all of our components here to assemble these new fork tubes. I got new sanctions, all that stuff, everything ready to go, new sills, all that stuff. So we can get these tubes together, and then we can get them over to the bike after we install the triple tree set. Some people call these yokes, top and bottom yoke. So we got to get those into the frame, and then we can get those tubes up in there. But speaking about those yokes, in 71, Triumph went to a caged roller bearing. I know if you guys watch the channel a lot, you see me load individual bearings in the tops and bottoms of those necks on these motorcycles. But in 71, they went to that caged roller bearing, which is great. Very dependable, good system. So without further ado, we got lots of pieces and parts here. What I'm going to do first is assemble the tubes, and then we'll jump over to the frame, get those triple trees up in there, and then we can slide those tubes home, and then we'll figure out some wheels to throw on this thing. Let's get to work. Now that we got those put all together, next thing to do is to move back over to our frame and start assembling those triple trees. Now we got to grease up the cage bearings first thing, and then we got to drive on the bottom one onto the steering stem, and then start building it up from there so we can get those tubes into them. So let's get some gloves on. Let's start getting this thing greased up. All right, we're coming together. We got a front end on there. Next thing to do is to throw up a front wheel. And like we said, this is just a mock-up. So I was able to source up this 1971 to 1972 conical drum front brake. Looks pretty cool. I like the scoop at the front of it. That was pretty cool of them to do to cool down those brakes. So now we just need to pick up this wheel, throw it up there, and get her tightened down. Let's tighten it. Looks right and tight. Now, the last thing to do is to grab a rear wheel, throw it on the back, and then we can move on to things like a gas tank and a seat. We'll go ahead and throw a mock-up engine in this video too. Why not? We're here, we're doing it. I say we get it done, but let's get this rear wheel done so we can have a roller. Well, I do have to say that looks pretty good. I think for the first day is, I think that's enough work. We got to run over to the storage shed and grab a gas tank, which is something really cool and special for you guys to check out. And then tomorrow we'll also throw the engine in there, and then we'll start looking and figuring out how we're going to do a fairing, seat, those things. But we're going to call it a day. You guys hang out. All right, here we are. Next day, went and grabbed up this mock-up motor. Now, there's no internals in this. There's no crank. There's no pistons, none of that stuff. So it's super light and easy so that we could throw it over into that frame. And we did go ahead and grab up that super cool gas tank that we'll show you guys here just in a few minutes. So what we're going to do, grab up this lump, bring it over here, throw it right inside that frame, get some of the bolts lined up, and then we can move on to that gas tank and talk about it and wrap up this video. So let's do it. Man, it's been a hot minute since I've done any unit construction stuff, but that does look right and tight at home. While we're here, I have an old set of TT pipes which go underneath the engine nice and tight, which would be out of the way for our fairing. So I think we'll go ahead and toss those on really quick before we grab that tank. So let's throw these on. Yes, that is really sweet. So what we have here is a 1979 Triumph T140 750 Bonneville tank built for the UK market. Now, this is a larger capacity tank. These weren't available in the States. Some bikes made it over with them, but they're kind of hard to find here in the States. But super cool tank here, high capacity, and has that look of like that quintessential 1970s GP race bike. Super stoked to have it. What's great about these is they only have one mounting point, and a bolt goes right down the center of that tank. Now, speaking of that one bolt, well, on our frame over here, that portion was pretty beat up. It had been abused a few times, messed up. So I decided to go ahead and replace that and made this nice nifty new piece that the bolt slides into, and we'll have a bolt coming straight up, comes out of the tank. Now, there are dampening systems up at the front. You have a couple rubbers that go right here, and then you have these U-shaped rubber isolators that go around the tank just like that, so when it fits over, it fits nice and snug. So without further ado, let's get this tank thrown on here and let's wrap this video up. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Everything nice and cool, going right together the way that we want it. I think that's going to wrap up the video today. We are waiting for the seat to come in, which we had to have custom ordered. They don't really have off-the-shelf stuff for these. And we'll get into that fairing on the next video. But I think that's a good stopping point. Man, we have a great rolling chassis mock-up. Things we can get on, like foot pegs and stuff like that. So we got a lot of work to do. But I'm excited to be having you guys right along for the whole process. So with that, we are wrapping it up today. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new around here, jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.